We're back. What up, YouTube? Welcome back. Season number 3, episode number 1, the Media Day episode. Oh yeah, it's been a long wait. The wait is now over. We about to get it in. This is about to be a good season. So to kick things off, we are going to look through the universe, look through the conference outlook. We're going to look at our schedule overview, take a look at the roster, take a look at recruiting, review our playbook, may make some minor tweaks there. So let's hop into it and let it do what it do. So you know we like to run through conference outlook. As you can see, a sneak peek at us. We looking pretty good overall, 83, so that means we've gone up, but let's take it from the top. The SEC, top team, Clemson Tigers, NC State, Miami. SEC got some good teams. We're good as some of the teams in the SEC, ACC Atlantic. You got Clemson at the top, 93 overall. NC State behind them, Syracuse behind them. Syracuse strong. Florida State strong, but they're predicted to come in at 4th. Boston College and Louisville. Was that Wake Forest too? Yeah, Wake Forest and then Louisville. Over in the ACC Coastal, number 10 Hurricanes coming in with a 93 overall. Pitt Panthers 17, 83 overall. We're 83, put that in perspective. Georgia Tech 86 overall. Virginia 81, we're better than Virginia. We're better than Virginia Tech and Duke, and we are not better than North Carolina though. North Carolina about to shock some people over there in the ACC. They got them predicted as the last place team in the ACC Coastal, but they look like they might shock the whole ACC Coastal. We'll see. Over in the American, BYU is on top of that. Looks like they got 2 teams ranked over there. Let's see Houston. Ooh, the Houston game is going to be good this year. We're both coming in at 83 overall. In the ACC East, you got Eastern Carolina coming in with an 88 overall. Now, these are just predictions. This is the outlook. UCF, USF, Cincinnati. Cincinnati is going downhill, huh? They won that first championship. Next year they didn't get in. This year they look like they're going backwards. Temple and Navy. Navy about to get ran through. On the western side, like I said, BYU, they got a real strong offense. And Tulane, so both ranked teams in the American are in the same division. SMU, Memphis, Tulsa. We did not put Tulsa on the schedule this year. Just a foreshadowing. But that would have been an easy beatdown, as you can see. Maybe next year. On the Big 12, got Oklahoma State slated to win it. 88 overall. TCU's right behind them with an 88 overall. They're number 12. Oklahoma State is number 7. Texas Longhorns, 93 overall. If they can live up to expectations, they should win it. 13, number 3 in the conference, number 13 overall. Iowa State, number 16. Big 12 got some ranked teams, huh? We're comparable to them. Same as Baylor, number 25. We're comparable. Kansas State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma. They need to surprise some people. They got them slated down at number 8, but overall you can see they're 90, so they should finish higher. they can live up to expectations. In the Big Ten, as you already know, Michigan, the team that stole our defensive coordinator in the offseason. Ohio State's number 5. Look at all these ranked teams. Well, okay, they got 4, but still. They got some squads over in the Big 12. I'm sorry, Big 10. Big 10 East, Michigan Wolverines, defending champions, 97 overall. That's as close to a 99 as you can get, huh? They might be the most stacked team. Oh no, I take it back. Ohio State is riding the hills. That's gonna be a good game this year, huh? Number 1, number 5. Then Penn State. So 3 of the 4 ranked teams are in one division. Michigan State looks pretty good. The other 2, not so much. Then on the Big Ten West, number 11, Wisconsin, 88 overall. But then number 2 is 81, 381, 481. Nebraska might make some noise if they can live up to the hype. Northwestern, so if Wisconsin don't run away with the Big Ten West, something's wrong. Well, not something wrong, but that'll be an upset. Conference USA, this is our conference. By the looks of things, they're predicting us to go to the conference championship. And if you see, we got one of the best teams, but our conference is gonna be tough. The East, they're predicting Mid-Tennessee, who beat us last year. We were ranked higher than them overall, so don't take that 75 lightly. I think Old Dominion was decent. Oh, okay, FAU is on their side. FAU should run away with the East, even though they're predicted to finish number 3. We'll see. It should be a good race on that side. On the West, there go your boys. The Rice Owl predicted. They got us predicted to go to the conference championship this year. We gotta live up to expectations. 83 overall. Our offense coming in good. Our defense may take a step back. New defensive coordinator, new middle linebacker, all new linebacking crew. So it's gonna, we'll see. UAB, we ranked higher than them, 77. We ranked higher than Southern Miss. All the teams that gave us problems last year. Texas looked like they got a little better, huh? They're up to 81. So we should hopefully run through our conference. The Independents, you got Notre Dame, unranked, 5 stars. That's 5 stars. They're number 90 overall, but they usually always disappoint. Army, 74 overall, may end up with a better record, but we'll see. And the MAC, no ranked teams. This is a lower conference. We whooped on Western Michigan last year in the bowl game. That was probably unfair, huh? But it's based on the record. We're both 8-4. MAC East, you got Miami of Ohio slated to win that. They look like they might run away with it with 81 overall. Nobody else looks like they're close. Did I say MAC West? I meant MAC East. And the MAC West, Northern Illinois, I think they made the playoffs last year, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, what? Let's see, Toledo. Western Michigan, excuse me, Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan. See, Fresno State. Okay, so Mountain West. Fresno State ranked 22, that's the only ranked team. This conference is really low level. We got UNLV may be good, but that's about it. Boise State slated to win the Mountain Division. You see Air Force. On the other side, Fresno State slated to win the western side, although UNLV may have something to say about that. That might be a tight race. But that's the Mountain West. They don't look too good this year. Over in the Pac-12, they only got 2 ranked teams coming into the season. Couple sleepers. The Oregon schools look like they might be good. So in the North, they're saying Stanford slated for the win with a 91 overall. Oregon may have something to say about that. Oregon State looks really good at a 93. So you got some teams in the Pac-12 North. Over on the South, SC coming in with a 90 overall. They're ranked 23. Utah got a 90 overall. Pac-12 South should be strong. And the SEC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ranked teams in the SEC. What a handful over 90. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teams over 90 in the SEC. Florida slated to win the SEC East with a 93 overall. Georgia may have something to say about that for sure. Over on the West, A&M slated to win with a 93 overall, but Bama may say otherwise. LSU is up there. Auburn's up there. SEC is going to be strong. Then in the Sun Belt, the final conference, Troy looks good. Texas State look good. The rest are okay. So they got about 2 teams that might end up in the top 25 at the end of the year. So yeah, that's the conference outlook for season number 3. All right, so let's go take a look at the schedule for the season. Full disclosure, we jumped forward a week into the season. So we had a bye week on that first week. We are now in week 2. But let's take a look at our schedule so that you can see the bye week. First game of the season, it's going to be against pretty much a cupcake, but we'll take it on the road. Second game, rivalry week, will be the Houston game at home. Supposedly, we'll see. They may put us at a neutral site. It's at home again, but we'll see. Game number 4, it's going to be at South Alabama. Don't sleep on South Alabama, even though they've already started their season 0-1. They're pretty good, or at least comparable to us. We're playing Army again. This time, Army will come face us. So those are the 4 non-conference games. Again, another F. Nothing too crazy, even though now we're up to 83, so I may start scheduling some tougher non-conference games going forward. I'm still trying to get more of our players into the system and develop. So, you know, most of them are still locked up in redshirt years right now. Although we're about to get the rest of that first class released for this season, and we'll get into that in a bit. Okay, game number 5 will be at FAU. So we got FAU on the schedule again, and we're at FAU. And as you can see, they were comparable to us, 83. So that's going to be a tough one to open up the season. Then we got FIU at home against UTEP. Then we go on the road to TSA. Come home for North Texas. That's going to be another tough game. They also are over 80. So I believe Florida Atlantic is rated 83. North Texas is like 81. Then we go on the road to Southern Miss. They're ranked lower than us, but that's going to be a tough game right there. The trap game. Then we get another bye on week 12. Come back to face UAB at home. Even though they're ranked lower than us, that's going to be another tough game. Then we will end the season on the road at Louisiana Tech. So that's our schedule. It was rated another F, but that's going to be a pretty tough schedule. I won't speak on it. I'll be happy if we can end with 10 wins or with a better season than what we had last year, or comparable to last year. All right. So after that, let's take a look at our roster review. I'll walk you through the roster and then I'll come back and walk you through the depth chart because they're going to be slightly different. So let's look at the roster. Even though you know what the roster looks like based on the previous episode, since we had the off season, let's just give you a recap of it. So quarterbacks in our quarterback room, Wiley Green's now a senior at 81. Chris Dixon is also a senior at 81. James Rogers, redshirt freshman. That's our prized possession right there. He's gonna come back as a redshirt sophomore and be looking really good. Then we got two redshirt freshmen, Dallas Panacea, who as you can see is the slowest quarterback, but he's a, more of a true quarterback, pure passer. Then we got Ireland Goddard. Both of these Midwest guys, it's gonna be fun to watch them develop behind Rodgers. So the cupboard is stacked when it comes to the quarterbacks. I think they should be decent. Halfback spot, Kalen Griffin coming in for his senior year as a 90 overall. He's about to ball out of control as long as he can stay healthy. Then the next two redshirt seniors, Juma Otoviano leapfrogged Ari Broussard. We'll see how that goes. I might end up putting Broussard back in or figure out a way to use him on short downs or something. Then we got Jeff Holmes. This was an athlete coming in. He's tall enough to be a quarterback. He could have been in that quarterback room, truthfully, but for now he's gonna be a big running back. You can see his break tackle is up there. Trucking not so much, but he's gonna be hard to tackle. Our fullbacks, Jerry Johnson III, coming into his redshirt senior year, 72. Brendan Suckley coming into his redshirt senior year, 72. Then we got a freshman, a converted tight end over the fullback, Zane McLaurin, redshirt freshman, at 67. Receivers, Jake Bailey coming in for his senior season, 5'10", 111 from Bellflower, California, coming in at 87. And he should improve throughout the season. Wide receiver number 2, Carlos Liston. He getting ready to have a breakout season as the number 2 wideout, 81 overall from Clifton, New Jersey. He was an athlete coming in, if you recall. Then the number 3 guy, one of our sleepers, Andrew Mason, the junior. He's been on the team the whole time, but just quietly developing. He's now up to a 78. Next up, Pierre Jones. You may remember him last year. We tweaked the system to capture his redshirt year. He was a JUCO sophomore pickup in that first class, an athlete that we put at halfback. And then in the offseason, we changed his position again to running back. To wide receiver. He's a better wide receiver actually than a running back, even though he's built like a running back. Pierre is 6'1", 226 from Scranton, PA. He's overall 78. He's a redshirt sophomore. Again, we took advantage of the redshirt year. He's about to have a breakout season, I feel. We also changed his number. He was number 27 last year, now number 9. Petrie coming into his redshirt senior year. So as you can see, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our top 5 wide receivers are pretty strong. The next 2 guys are redshirting. Ed Bentley, the junior speedster, JUCO transfer. He's only a 68 overall, so we're redshirting him this year to fully take advantage of his 2 years of eligibility. And behind him is the redshirt freshman Adonis White Jr., 6'2", 211. We had to cut some of the other recruits, but so be it. Tight end room, we got 4 tight ends. Jack Bradley coming in for his senior season, 6'5", 258. He had a hell of a year last year, but no touchdowns. So he's gonna try to change that. Behind him is a sophomore transfer, Chase Hardy from Pico, Texas. The next 2 guys I ended up redshirting since they were both 68 and both freshmen. We're gonna redshirt and develop them, so over time our tight ends are gonna be ridiculous. And they're both speedsters, Freeman and Gilliam. I believe they may leapfrog Hardy next year, that is. Okay, the O-line. Starting off with the left tackles. We got Clay Servin coming in for his senior season. Behind him, redshirt sophomore Trey Felipe is developing nicely. Behind him, redshirt freshman Jabari White, continuing his development. Then left side guard Cole Garcia coming in for his redshirt senior year. So that's back to back, two seniors so far on the line. Junior Alex Bibbin behind him. He's a JUCO transfer that we will not get to redshirt. Then the centers, we got 4 of them. Brendan Nutter and Isaac Karkowski, both at 83. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that on the depth chart. Josh Porter, sophomore at 73. He should probably redshirt. Now that I'm looking at that, we might redshirt Josh Porter. Then Lawrence Hicks III, redshirt freshman. He was in the class we just wrapped last year. Right guard Isaiah Floyd. I figured out how to say his name. Isaiah Floyd, redshirt junior. He's continuing to develop nicely. Behind him, redshirt sophomore Faye Pepe. He's also continuing to develop. Then on the tackle side, redshirt on the right tackle side, redshirt senior Derek Ferraro, 76 redshirt senior. Not so good, but it is what it is. Then Jason Russell, who we're trying to develop, redshirt freshman at 68, and that's our line. O-line. On the D-line, left end, we got Josh Percy, the converted linebacker from a year ago. We converted him. He's up to 79 for his junior year. He's about to have a good season. Behind him is a true freshman, Blake Henry, who should be redshirted, but he's not. We should have redshirted him. I might have to make that tweak next year. Ikena Enechukwu is coming in for his redshirt senior year as a 78. Behind him is Cole Latos. I think that's why we didn't redshirt the other guy, because Cole Latos regressed for his sophomore redshirt season down to 67, but I kept him because he makes plays, so he'll come back the next season. Then our D-line, we got a solid D-line. All 5 of these guys, two of which are gonna redshirt, 2 freshmen. But we got DeBraylon Carroll coming in for his senior season, 6 feet 291. And remember, with the scheme we play, we can get away with just 3 D tackles. We play a multiple defensive scheme, but so we can go from 4 D linemen to 3 D linemen. And as far as D tackle, at any time, it's either just 1 of them or 2 of them at most. So we can get away with just 3 with the red shirts. So after DeBraylon is Caleb James coming in for his junior season. Then Jalen Hargrove coming in for his redshirt sophomore season. Then linebackers. We got all new linebackers. Some have been on the team, some are new to the team, but the starters from last year are all gone. So on the left side, we got Adrian Bickham, 6'3", 214 from Bogalusa, Louisiana. Greg Thomas, about the same exact size, 6'3", 215. from Azle, Texas. He's a JUCO transfer. Slightly faster. Let me see. I don't know. I should probably Adrian Bickham. We're gonna see his tackling isn't as good as Thomas. So if he has issues, we might have to make some changes there. Middle linebacker. Cabrian Page, redshirt senior. He's gonna be our middle linebacker. Behind him is a redshirt junior, Terrence Ellis. Behind them, we're gonna redshirt the freshman, Chris Donaldson, who we moved over from outside. He's much more of a middle. He's gonna be a good one. He's a slow right now, but he's gonna develop nicely. Mark my word. Then on the right side, number 5, Chike Anigbogwu, coming in for his redshirt junior season. Behind him, the redshirt freshman, Ryan Bush from Sun City, Arizona. And behind them is Jeff Johnson, the converted safety, who we moved over in the offseason down to outside linebacker from Liberty, Texas. Take a look at our DBs. We're getting faster, y'all. We're getting faster. We are getting faster. Even though we still got a couple slow guys on here, much faster than what we inherited. So we got Danny Allen coming in for his senior season. He's a JUCO transfer from last year's class. Had a good junior season with two picks, 1 pick 6. Trayshawn Devones coming in for his senior season. He's a guy we inherited. Same with Sean Fresh. We inherited him as well, coming in for his junior season. Then we got a redshirt freshman, Jimmy Sanders. I was hoping one of these redshirt freshmen would hit the 70 mark, but they did not. But they will after next year. He's 6'4", 185. He's going to be a problem. Watch what I tell you. He's going to continue to develop. He's going to be a problem. Jamal Dyke, the freshman, redshirt freshman, the new guy we just picked up with more speed. Then Blake Simpson, redshirt freshman. And Marquise Miller to round it out from Bellingham, Washington. So those are our 7 corners, one of which will be redshirting. The free safeties, Andrew Bird, the converted corner from the first year. We moved him over the corner and he's just been balling ever since. 6'1", 190, coming into his 5th year, senior year. Behind him, Kirk Lockhart, redshirt junior from Cedar Hill, Texas. Behind him, Jason White, another converted corner, the guy who had the 75-yard pick 6 last year in that Louisiana Tech game. That's going to go down as one of the best plays so far in the Don Newman era. So that's Jason White. He's a 5th-year senior this year from Duncanville, Texas. Then a new guy on the block, true freshman who will be redshirting this year, Daquan Dexter from Massachusetts. Strong safeties. Gabe Taylor, just a junior. Gabe Taylor's been balling from day one. We inherited him as a freshman and he's continued to develop. Behind him, we got Scott Bray, redshirt junior. He was a JUCO transfer from last year who we redshirted to try to take advantage of his 2 years. On the side of him is Cameron Slade. We may end up redshirting him, but we'll see how it goes. Behind them is Kieran Fells. So those are our strong safeties. You know the kicker coming back, Justin Harris. Justin Harris won that, Lou Groza award last year, I think it's called, the kicker award. So he had a hell of a freshman year. Looking for him to do it again. And then the punter, Charlie Mendez is up to his redshirt junior season. And that's it, man. That's the squad. So the best player on the team is Kalen Griffin by far. Got the most awareness. So him. Who's the other captain? Yep, Kalen Griffin and Gabe Taylor are 2 captains, which makes a lot of sense. So that's the roster. Let's look at the depth chart. I'll show you who our starters are. You guys had to know it was going to be Dixon getting the start. The speed and his throwing power and accuracy. So even though he's behind Green in awareness, the reason he gets the start is that speed. And when you look there, where is it at? Where did I go? There you go. He got the strongest arm on the team, and he's only behind the redshirt freshman in accuracy. So Dixon is the man. You already knew Kalen Griffin was going to start there. We'll see. We'll leave Octaviano behind him for now. If he messes up, we'll quickly put Ari Broussard in there. Fullback, Jerry Johnson gets the nod over Suckley. Wide receivers, Bailey's 1, Liston is 2, Petrie is number 3. Number 4 is going to be Pierre Jones. Number 5 is going to be Andrew Mason. And look at we got number 6. Now he may or may not get in, but we're going to put the redshirt freshman quarterback James Rogers as the number 6 wide receiver. So he can at least get playing time right there while he continues to develop as a QB. Tight ends. So being that we redshirted the 2 freshmen, we got Bradley, Hardy, and we'll put Suckley in there as the number 3 tight end. Servin is our left tackle. Garcia is the left guard, so it makes sense. So that left side is going to be strong. 83, 81. The center's 83. Isaiah Floyd gets the nod at right guard, but look what we do at right tackle. Instead of putting Ferraro in there, he's going to be the backup. And we put the backup Parkowski, the backup center, at right tackle because he's better than Ferraro at the position. So we take advantage of the 2 centers that were 83 that way. Okay, left end, Percy gets the nod. That one's obvious. And Chukwu gets the nod at right end, obvious. The 3D tackles and their 2 backups, a left end and a middle linebacker. Elvis gonna have a hard time at that spot. Hopefully he never gets in though. Bickham gets the start at left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, Cabrera Page will get the nod. Right outside linebacker. Oh, make note here. Bush gets the start. The redshirt freshman I started over the redshirt junior. He has better potential overall. So if you can see, he's faster, stronger. His awareness isn't there, but that's okay. It'll get there over time. And look here. He's a much better tackler as a redshirt freshman coming in with the 80 tackle. We're gonna need that. Okay, our cornerbacks, nothing special here. Allen, Devones, Fresh, Sanders and Simpson. Free safety spot, no surprises. Bird, Lockhart, White. Strong safety, same. So like I said, Slade didn't crack the top. So that's that freshman. We're gonna have to go back and redshirt him. You already know who the kicker and punter will be. Kick return. Being that Bailey is now wide receiver number 1, I'm going to switch and make Mason the kick returner. Mason and Jumo Octaviano can be our kick returners. Punt return, same. We'll make it Mason and Octaviano. Actually, no. What am I doing? I'll make it Bailey. Bailey can be the punt returner. Alright, so that's the depth chart. Now, before we get into it, or before we wrap, I should say, let's walk through the recruiting class. We may not get to the playbook because the playbook didn't change anyway, so. But the recruiting class. So the board, these are our targets who we're going after. We're going after some heavy hitters, let me tell you. Defensive end, Chris Hill from Belton, Texas. We're leading for him. Some of these are long shots, but we'll see how it shakes out. Akeem McWilson, an athlete from Indiana. We're number 5 on his list. Kind of a long shot, but we'll see. Offensive guard, Nick Oliver from Big Spring, Texas. Got some big schools in front of us and behind us, but we'll see what we can do. Another guard, Javon Walker from Culver City, California. Hopefully we can steal him from the Golden State. Then there's a receiver, Jamison Robinson. Wide receiver, big wide receiver from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So as you know, we had to cut one of the big receivers that we brought in last year. Wasn't able to make it, so hopefully we can get this guy. Defensive end, Brandon Greer from Mission Bend, Texas. He looks pretty good. And I think we're better than all the schools in front of us for him. Deshaun Wood, middle linebacker from Rosemead, California. He's gonna be a long shot, but we're gonna shoot. Another guard, Calvin Vaughns from San Marcos, Texas. He's really a long shot. We'll see how that goes. Josh Walton, cornerback from Fort Worth, Texas. David Stanford from Rowland Heights. Super long shot, but we're gonna take a shot at it. Richard Vollert, an athlete from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. He looks like he could be either somewhere like tight end, I'm just looking at the size. Fullback or defensive end or something. Cornerback Russell Brown from Santee, California. Long shot, but we're gonna aim for him. Jalen Thomas, strong safety from Addison, Illinois. Another long shot that we're aiming for. Yet another long shot from Florida, Tariq Stevens, outside linebacker. Then a wide receiver, we're not even on his radar yet, Nick Malvo from Wyoming, Michigan. Being that we were able to do so well in the Midwest last year, we figured we'd try again. Then we're looking at this running back, Cortez Marshall from Farmers Branch, Texas. We're looking at a tackle, Darius McGirt, Darius McGirt from Hereford, Texas. Then we got a wide receiver that we're looking at, Sean Mazza from Florida. Long shot for him. Jamil Edwards from Ohio, Springdale. Free safety. We're gonna take a swing at that. Cole Murphy, an offensive tackle from Alabama. Long shot, but we're gonna shoot for him. Wayne Sano, an athlete from Hesperia, California. Mackenzie Balbadier. I think I said that. Baldere, I don't know. Middle linebacker from Montana, we're going after him. We got a really good shot. Mark Collins from Coral Springs, Florida, going after him. A free safety. Another cornerback, Daniel Martin from Allen, Texas, going after him. So as you can see, we get the number 25 and up are 70 and up. So we're going after some heavy hitters. Isaiah Melton, defensive tackle from Florida, got him on the list, 4-star. He got us his number 1, so we got a shot at him. Sean Haney, just a long shot for this middle linebacker out of Rosemead, California, but we're gonna try it. Michael Fuller, a JUCO guy from Richmond, Texas, outside linebacker. We're looking at Steve Moore, another Azle, Texas guy, wide receiver, built like a linebacker or a halfback. We're looking at Gabe Morrow, middle linebacker from Calhoun, Georgia. Wide receiver BJ Jones from Redondo Beach, California. Charlie Zellers from Duncanville. We're going to be in a battle with Houston for him. Makai Parks from Mill Creek, Utah, a big back. Landon Robinson from Burke Burnett, Texas, big wide receiver. Again, trying to make up for the big wide receiver we lost in the last class. Delton Crowder is a strong safety from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma that we're trying to pull in. And we were able to sign Jaden Lacey in that first week, a JUCO guy from Santa Ana, California, defensive end, 68. Most likely will redshirt if he makes the team. And yeah, those are the recruits that we will be trying to get in the background. So yeah, that is pretty much it. We can end it here. We're not going to really make any changes to the offensive playbook or defensive playbook just yet. We're going to come into the season with what we did last year, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's who we are. Thank you for watching. Join us next episode. First game of the season at Buffalo. We ready. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.